Hi friends, this is Gail O'Neill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. This is like so different than anything I've ever done. So this is what I ordered. It's 5x7 Jelly Arts. It was $16 on Amazon, $16.10 to be exact. But I had credits, so it was free to me. Gotta love it. So that's the one I got, and here it is. And what I did is I put a card on the bottom so I can kind of see where I'm going to be. So these are some of the ones I did yesterday and today, and I pulled out all kinds of things to play with. There's our little turtle, and I used part of that. So even when they don't come out good, you can still use a part of it for something, whether you punch it or here's a flower that I made from punching one into pieces. I love this and it comes out different ways. This was a die that I used, another folder, an old yeah. Not template. What? Come on, give me the word I'm looking for. Oh, when things leave my head, they leave my head. But anyway, there's more coming in the holiday catalog. I'm so excited. So here's some more. This one, I did some lifting and some stamping on it. Oh, and there goes my... I still have not figured out how to shut things off on here. This was like second or third generation lifting one up. This is one of my favorites right there. And I don't know if I'm going to remember how to do some of these. It was just by playing. But we'll see what, comes out. Oh, I forgot to pull my cards off my wall. Here's another one with the turtles. Here's another embossing folder with the words. This one, not so crazy about, but it'll be fine for punching something. Now this one was the reverse. I'm gonna show you the card now, even though I just have to pull them all off my wall. Whether I can do this again too. So this was a card I made. So it was actually from the same inking, but then I think I brayered it again or something, but we'll see what comes out. It's just fun. So, like, I have a pile of these, and I'll have more, which I think I will draw a name for the ones I make tonight and send them out to somebody. So, these, let me just put over here, and then I'll show you all those later. So I started out with the plate, and I should get a red. I'm going to do the blue first, but I have some yellows, and I didn't grab a red. So really, I didn't watch too many. I watched maybe one or two, like skim through a couple videos. But really, most of them were alcohol ink or whatever that other ink is. This one is very light, but I want to get that other one in the middle. So all I did was kind of dab them on, and when I do one color, I just put that flat out. Okay, so then, I don't know, you can kind of see a little bit of a shadow. So I spread the ink out and kind of went into the other one, and then cleaned it off, and then went the other direction. So, kind of looks like nothing. I don't know if I got it good, but you find out as you go. So I have all kinds of, oh God, they're heavy. All kinds of different, let's see. That might look good in there. All right, so I just kind of played. Now, when you are going to press an ink pad, a stamp into it, it's very mushy. So if you put ink on it, right now I'm going to do the reverse, but you don't want to press too hard or you're going to get the ridges, which I got a lot anyway. So I'm going to do this one all with this. I don't know if I hit over there, but I'll show you what it is when you do the reverse. Now also, I just remembered I had some cheap paper. So if you're really going to play for the first time, you can go get just some cheap paper just to play with it. So can you see that? So whether you stamp again on it, and you'll see some of my cards, you know, when it came out so light, once you stamp on it, you're not even going to know. All right, so this one, I think I want to add a little bit more, and the reverse would be there. So I think it was the Night of Navy. That was light. And I'm going to put it all over. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to stamp on it. So you don't want it to be too dark, so I'm going to stamp off each time. And that's a lot easier to see than the reverse. So now, this is regular our cardstock right here. So you might have a plan and you know what colors you want to use, or you know what. I didn't have any plan when I started doing it. I just played. Then took some and made cards. So now I'm going to do like a second generation and see how that comes out, because you just never know. And that's pretty darn good. Okay, so then to clean it off, I just took, where's my spray bottle? So I just took a little bit of spray. Oh, let me just see something. Because I did this a couple times too, but I might have had more ink. And when you sprayed it, you got a little bit more out of it. Nope, that was pretty much gone, but I'll see how that dries. That was a little too wet. Okay, so now that I lifted up all that, told you, it's all about playing. And everything sticks to that. So don't let your cat walk over it. And I think after I'm done, I'll probably take this to the sink and give it a good clean. Okay, so I want to wipe this off too. Get the blue off of that. And let's try some browns. So I'm going to put some gray granite, because that's got like a brownish tinge to it. I'm going to put that in the middle. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll do soft suede on both sides. Let's see how that looks. I did have a plan with the browns, and now I don't remember what it was. What was the plan? I don't know. Oh, maybe it was this. Nope, I didn't bring that out. I thought maybe I brought the trees out. Oh, I know what it was. It was this. Alright, so I'm going to take this and stamp it into the soft suede. I was thinking that would be good for the animals. And I kind of want them all over, different directions. I'm going to have one really dark one. Hey, Tony. Just happened to look up and see that. So I have no clue if this is gonna turn out. Oops. All right, let's see what this does. I'll tell you one thing, you do get pretty inky. But it's so much fun. And there's the background. I like looking at things because then it makes me think. Okay, so let me just try something. So I'm going to keep the color. Add a little more. And now we're going to do this one. See, this is where it gets really crazy. Like, you really need to be able to spread out. I don't have enough room. I just don't have enough room here. That's going to be dark because I didn't stamp it off, but might be good. And if you use a bigger piece, like these are 5 1/4 by 4, and I usually cut everything down to 5 by 3 3/4. So then if you miss some, you know, of your edges, you're going to be cutting some of that off. But birds would look good on that, all kinds of different things. All right, let's switch colors again. Let's see, that's also water. Alright, let's try some yellows and mango melody. I hope I got most of that off. In some of them, like I had some mixed colors, and it was all good. Like you could see some left over in the background. All right, so that was Mango Melody. This one was Crushed Curry. And a little bit of Daffodil Delight. And it'll probably end up one color. And I just pulled out a couple of our sponge brayers. I've only used them once and I didn't like them. You know what, I want to add something to that. And then I was thinking of trying the refills, but I didn't know how that was going to work either. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to take one of the stencils. Stencil, that's the word. Or let's do this one. I got too much stuff here. All right, so you want to take the one that, well, depending on which, I think I want this side. Maybe I want that side. Let's do that side. So you can take, let me try the sponge brayer with that. Just to kind of spread it out a little bit and make it not as dark, if that makes sense. Do I want it this way? No, I want it that way. I think I wanted the other side. It's kind of pretty. All right, so now, let's see. We're going to roll that again, and I'm going to try the other side. See which one we like better. Oh, I think this side's the winner. Okay, and then we're going to press that down. And that's how that one came out. So you could use a piece of it, mount things over it in conjunction with DSP. But you see the different looks you can get? All right, let me try and keep some. All right, so these two can go there. I'm going to clean this again. Let's go for some greens. That got pretty clean. Okay, so we've got some garden green. I thought I had a third green. Oh, I did Coastal Cabana. Not sure about it, but we'll see. And then soft sea foam. Okay, so I'm going to start with the lighter and kind of go into that one, into the Coastal Cabana. Then I'm going to clean it off and go to the garden green and back into the Coastal Cabana. And then let's see what we got. Let me just move some of these inks out of the way. Oh, things went very well with my sister, thank you. It was very, very scary. She was bleeding out and had an asthma attack at the same time, so they had mega people working on her. Okay, so I'm just going to lay that one down and then just slightly brayer it, lift it up. She was moved into a regular room. She's out of ICU. We're all very relieved. Such a freak thing. And there's that one. And one that I did earlier, that was kind of like that. Whoops. Like I always have some colored things sitting around, but look how, you know, putting that with the background and whatever else you add to it, it's really fun. Okay, so I'm liking that one. So let me just think what I did. So then we can put it back on and then actually brayer some more color over it. So I'm going to do the Coastal Cabana and my thumb. And let's see what that does. So it's lighter, and then some of them like pressed into there. But that's how you get the opposite. So I might have, oh, now that ink is on my floor. So if you're not spread out, this is kind of, you know, messy, as you can tell. It'll all go in the sink later, but like that. Okay, so there was something I really, let's take the Coastal Cabana, and that's what's on there too, and just spread that out. So basically we just have the one Coastal Cabana now. Then I'm going to take that leaf and some garden green and a hair. It's like impossible if you get just adds more texture to the background is all. And just randomly, I'll tell you, putting that card underneath really helps a lot because it helps you see it, plus you kind of know where you're spacing things. Kind of, sort of. Okay, so let's do that. And I mean, if you really wanted to be neater, you could take a piece of paper like we did with our big stamps. Plus that'll take some of it off the edges like that. So you can see where, you know, the edge hit a little bit because it lifts the ink and with a little splotch, but that could get covered. Like I said, it's a background. So I want to do that again, but I want the Coastal Cabana to be a little bit lighter. Or maybe not, because I know what I want to do. Okay, so now I do want to take some water. Oh yeah, it's hitting. Inky fingers. So now you have like a watered and a fingerprint look. But I'll show you what I did with a piece similar to that shortly. Okay, so let me see if there was one more thing I really wanted to try. Well, I'll show you how the turtles happened. Okay, so I'm gonna do this screen, and when you're using light colors, at least you don't have to clean it. There's gonna be something right there. Okay, so first I took it and just lifted color. And again a hair. Hopefully I didn't press that too hard. Isn't he cute? And then you can go back over it. Let's see, what color? I got an idea. Oh, he's going to be dark. I forgot to stamp off. It came out good. So there's a lot you can do with that. So So whether you use stamps or stencils or our folders, let me do a second generation on that. Plus you're getting reverse stamping. Waste not, want not. It still had a dark image there. That's going to be a good one too. Okay, so let me just clean this off and move everything over. And I'll show you the cards that I did. Yeah, the die, if you press too hard, the dies are hard to get on and off. Maybe having a magnet piece, but you can see how like the paper really, you know, sticks to this. All right, so you're going to go on the floor. I mean, I still have a lot more playing to do. Oh, and this, I brought this out. I wanted to do that one and this because you can try two different textures, like do one lifting and then one lightly stamping and then lift it. But let me show you some of the cards. So this one, I stamped over everything, but I lifted the same things. I had only done 3. This was probably one of the first ones that I had done. So I decided to just stamp over it. Now the flower, I used a folder and lifted with the words. So the flower itself, and I forgot to, I meant to put something on the top of those flowers, but I forgot. So that's one. There's with the brick background. And they come out different every time. Now this one, I mean, I mixed it with the DSP, but I think I would have been happier just to leave the whole thing. But it's okay. It's okay. Now look at this one. That was with a stencil. And then I stamped over it and cut these out of the DSP. And used that strip. And I hung his tail over there. And then the birds, that was the DSP, I just cut that out of, and I used that wood background stamp on that one. It was some pinks, and I think I added some yellow into that background. And here's one with the turtles. I only did one layer on the words just to get it done. Now here's the one I did with flicking water. So that came out totally like different. I really liked it. And then just stamped right over it. And then this one you saw. And this was cutting these out of the DSP. So not even, you know, a lot of stamping. But it's fun, and there's a lot more to discover with it. Just, you know, prepare for some ink, but it all comes off. Because I've washed twice today, and it was all off. So these were the cards. And I'll give you a little refresher on some of the backgrounds we did. I like him to be up. He's so cute. I love turtles. Okay, so we did the turtles, and that was 2 generations, and that was lifting. And the water spot, which you could do on anything. You know, even if you've stamped, there's just so many different looks you can get. So you can try it on the silicone. I did, and I have one of the, I forget what they call it. This one, a water media mat. So I did do some on here. And then I ordered the thing because it was free. So of course I was going to play with that. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it. And I will see you on Wednesday with, you know, my motto. I don't know what, but it'll be something. So good night all. Thanks again.